Good morning, Virginia. This is Virginia This Morning.
Well, Bill Bevins returns. You're here with another edition of Richmond Trivia. What's on tap?
Did you call me Bubba a minute ago?
Maybe.
Bill Bubba Bevins?
Maybe.
Not exactly an expert on NASCAR, but I do know the big race, the Daytona 500, postponed until today. So we chose today to talk to the guys in the service department at Royal Cheverlot, find out how much they know about Richmond International Raceway, and you'll find out why here in a second. We'll hear from Mark, Jesse, Corey, and Sam. Gentlemen, start your engines. I'm going to ask you a question about Richmond International Raceway. This year they're celebrating a big anniversary. So the question is, are they celebrating their 50th anniversary, their 60th anniversary, or their 70th anniversary?
I would say their 60th.
Think it's a 60? You're absolutely right, Mark. Yeah, 60 years ago they actually started in 1952, but the first race wasn't until 1953. But the track itself,
Right, it was a dirt track back then.
it was a dirt track.
Right.
And I believe it was a half mile then. Is it 3/4 now?
I'm going to get it's 3/4 now. I think it was
Yeah, I think it was a half mile dirt track. Now, at that time, it was called the Atlantic Rural Expedition Fairgrounds, or the State Fairgrounds, as we called it. Okay.
It's pretty neat.
Yeah.
I didn't know any of that. I'm actually from Philadelphia,
All right.
but I've been down here for 6 years.
All right. Well, let's go back to 1953 because that's when they had the first race there, and the average speed was 45 miles per hour. It was a half-mile track, dirt, and the winner got $1,000 first prize.
That's not bad.
That's
like 20 grand, I think.
Yeah, by now, by today's prices, yeah. So anyway, the winner of the very first race at Richmond International Raceway, was it Bobby Allison, Lee Petty, or Junior Johnson?
Oh, good gravy. You said 53?
1953.
I'm going to go with Junior Johnson.
Junior Johnson. That would have been my guess. But that's not right. The actual winner of the very first race was Lee Petty.
I was going to say that, but all I've seen were
Richard's
all the 70s
dad.
and 60s late races.
Yeah.
Oh, Richard's dad, yeah.
Yeah, Richard's dad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very good.
That's not bad.
All right, you did good, man.
Appreciate it.
All right, thanks. Appreciate it. Thank you. Back to work. Up she goes. Who holds virtually every major NASCAR Sprint Cup career record at RIR? Most wins, 13. Most poles, 8. Most races led, 34. Most top 10 finishes, 41. Is it A, Dale Earnhardt Sr., B, Richard Petty, or C, Cale Yarborough?
I'm going to say C, Carl Yarborough.
You think it's Yarborough?
Mm-hmm.
It's the king, Richard Petty. He owns pretty much every record they got out there, and by a lot, too. It's going to take some guys a while to catch up to him. Very good, though. Thank you, Corey.
Thank you.
Back to work, man. All right, we got one last question, and we're going to find a NASCAR fan. I think we can probably find a NASCAR fan in here somewhere. One last question for the guys at Royal Chevrolet. Let's go over here and see if we can find them. And we want to know if anybody knows what NASCAR stands for.
National Auto Stock Car Association Racing, I think.
National
Auto Stock Car
He's writing it down over there.
Association Racing, I think.
Pretty close.
Close.
National Association. I got it written down. Stock Car Auto Racing. Yeah, very good. Everybody knows NASCAR. Nobody knew what NASCAR stood for. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Have a great day at work. See ya. Include me.
That's right.
Check my notes
Check
on
the
that.
notes.
Well, we have some. This is the 60th anniversary of the track here in Richmond. We've got some great photos we want you to take a look at. First of all, there is Lee Petty, and that's from 1953 when he won the very first race.
Look at the car on the trophy.
Well, that's what his car looked like,
That
too.
is awesome.
A dirt track from 1953. Kyle Petty's grandfather, and of course, Richard Petty's dad. There's the track,
Oh, wow.
and a dirt track from 56. 6 from our friends at RIR. This has been an evolving story, obviously, all along. Look at this picture. It
Oh,
looks
that
like
is
early
so
60s
cool.
with
See if we can drop that super and
And
then
the
actually
dust.
like look at the, there we go. Yeah.
Look at the dust they kick up too. I mean, now it's like everybody talks about the fumes as the car goes by. You had a combination of that and dirt. And of course, there is the king himself, Richard Petty, in 1968 at RIR. It's
That
great.
was cool,
They've got a
Bill.
great history, and this is their 60th anniversary. We'll have more on that all season long.
Yeah, good community partner. And my favorite part, good gravy.
Good gravy.
Good gravy.